up here.
Do it.
Okay. Did you just wink? Okay.
Looking snazzy? Good.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Okay.
Can everyone use the staff?
Yeah. Flow on. Okay.
So,
My name is Zachary Reinert.
how long have you been spinning fire?
I have been spinning fire for about 10 years. And since I've moved to Hawaii about 2.5 years ago, the intensity of how that has benefited my life has been exponentially growing.
What do you spin?
I spin poi, and I just got into staff about a few months ago. And at some point in the journey, I think every flow artist should sample all the toys to really feel the array and the variety of what's available within flow arts.
How did you get started?
I lived in Denver, Colorado for college, and on the Platte River downtown, they have a fire jam every Sunday. And I went down there a few times, and I was shooting photos, and there's just, when you see someone in the flow state, it hypnotizes you. And more or less, like within a week or two of seeing fire, I felt that like I really wanted to learn poi. So I literally got some socks and filled them with like small rocks, which is not a good idea. Either way, I learned how to do the 3-beat wave or weave really quick, and got addicted from there. And like about 6 months later, I started spinning fire.
What was the first time you spun fire like?
It was easier than I expected. The rush, I think, comes out of like getting used to going into the fire, if that makes sense. As much as, the first time was like, wow, that wasn't as scary as I thought. That was awesome. Awesomely like refreshing or easy in a way that is hard to see outside of that space. Yeah.
Do you have any other hobbies that you incorporate?
Dance. And flow arts and dance have really like come together to kind of teach me how to flow and dance through life. So dance and movement, dance therapy, kind of just getting in touch with the body's intuition to move with the music in the way that it already knows how, beyond developing skills.
What do you do by day?
By trade, I'm a photographer. Particularly, I was shooting honeymooners from Korea pre-COVID, and I'm so glad now that we have all this time and space to be working on these group projects.
What kind of emotions do you have while spinning fire?
I don't know if bliss is an emotion. I've been really into this proprietor of the flow state, Stephen Kotler, and the history of flow state as a scientific analyzed term, and the origin being called extasie or something. And so it's this ecstatic, like this calm, ecstatic fluidity that seems so close to home before all thoughts dissolve, I guess.
What advice would you have for anyone who wants to start?
Do it. Don't make excuses if you want to do it, just do it. Pick up a hoop, pick up some poi or some socks, put some lentils in a bag and put that bag in the sock, and you have poi. Go on YouTube, Drex Factor, and some other cats. There's so many tutorials. There's no excuses. Start flowing, because flow will improve all aspects of your life, and you'll just feel better about so many things you didn't even know you could. Start flowing now, right now.
What's the fire community like in Hawaii?
So diverse. There are so many subcircles. Depending on like geographic of the island, there's like West Siders and North Siders in terms of like the crew, different music and DJ groups as well. So it's so diverse. But one of the overlapping factors that I've experienced that I really appreciate is like the freedom I have to relate to people I seemingly don't necessarily usually hang out with. This fire tribe kind of like dissolves a lot of like superficial boundaries that one would have in the outside or everyday life. So it's like on the street, you could see someone, be like, oh, I recognize, oh, and all of a sudden, this person that would not be in your social circle, all of a sudden you guys are talking like you've known each other for however long. And I've had that experience so many times with this island and with this crew that's really diverse and it's awesome.
What's been your favorite moment spinning?
There's been some pretty good jams down at Kaimana's. There was a couple nights where the drummers are going off. I think one night I got to close, I was like the last one on the floor, and there might be footage of that. I don't think there is, but I was just, and like my buddies were drumming and I just talking about flow state and like ecstatic explosion. Yeah, that was memorably one of the favorite spins. But yeah, but there's just sweet moments when we're camping out or hanging out together where the flow becomes group and we start to like talk to each other through the way we're moving. I don't know how to explain it, but it's during our campouts and at sunrise where everyone's flowing, it's like you don't even have to talk and we're all saying more than just words or just there's an unspoken thread of communication in the glow of a campout night when we've all been spinning that I would say pops up as one of my favorite moments.
Give me 3 adjectives that fire evokes.
Presence. Dragon. Is that an adjective? Draconic. Or I would say the force of the exhale of like visceral life energy after you've spun into the universe. And adjective. I don't know.
Any final words or emotional or happy or transcendent experiences you want to share?
Yeah, keep flowing. And if you haven't, if you're curious, when I say flow state, if you're excited or curious about that, investigate it as soon as possible because you're about to discover something that's so amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.